Now, where do these fibers come from? Some fibers, they can be natural fibers. Natural fibers like cotton. As you see, this cotton plant gives us cotton fibers, and these fibers, they can be used to make a cotton fabric like a shirt or a cotton bed sheet. Jute, a rough and tough, inexpensive fiber, also obtained from plants. This is the jute plant. You can see the stems of these jute plants. The stem gives us jute fiber. Apart from plants, animals also give us fibers. For example, this man who is removing the fleece of this goat, that means he is shearing the goat. The fleece of the goat provides us wool fibers. Wool is another natural fiber, and you obtain it from the fleece of sheep, from the fleece of the goat. Yes, the hair of yak, the hair of camel, and also the hair of rabbit. They provide us with this wool fiber. Another natural fiber is the silk fiber. The silk fiber is obtained from the cocoon of silkworm. Especially silkworms, they are reared, and this is called sericulture. Especially silkworms, they are reared. They are given mulberry leaves, mulberry shetut, mulberry leaves to feed upon. And as they feed upon, they would develop, grow. These silkworms, they secrete the silk fiber, and that silk fiber, it winds it around itself. A single silkworm can produce a silk fiber up to 800-meter long, and that silk fiber, it winds it around itself, and that makes up the cocoon for this silkworm. Now, once the cocoon is prepared, then this cocoon is boiled so that the silkworm inside is killed. And now, look at this man who is unwinding the cocoon, taking out the silk fibers. It is these silk fibers which are used to prepare the silk yarn, and finally, the silk yarn will give you the silk fabric. The gorgeous, shiny, lustrous sari, the silk sari, is prepared from the silk fiber, which is obtained from silkworms. Now, children, apart from the natural fibers, now with the growing and the increasing population, more and more demand, you cannot force a goat or a sheep to give you more wool. You cannot force the land to give you more cotton. So now we have started looking at alternatives. That means human beings have now prepared through research synthetic fibers, synthetic man-made fibers. Using chemicals in factories, they prepare synthetic fibers like the nylon fiber, and then nylon fiber is used to prepare the nylon fabric, like this nylon t-shirt. Another synthetic fabric is this polyester suit or the spandex. The swimsuit that is made up of spandex. These were synthetic fibers. Now, our syllabus, this class, we are going to concentrate mainly upon the natural fibers. The first one, let's talk about the jute fiber. Children, jute fiber is mainly obtained from the stem of the jute plant. In India, the jute plant is mainly grown in West Bengal, Bihar, Assam. This jute is cultivated mainly during the rainy season. Look at this jute plant when it is ready to be harvested. Then these farmers, they are cutting or they are harvesting the jute crop. After harvesting, now look at this farmer. He is bundling up the stem of the jute plant, bundling up the stem, and then they are immersing the jute stems bundled up in water. This process of bundling up the jute stems and then immersing in water for around a fortnight is called retting. It takes around 8 to 10 days for retting. Retting is the process of bundling the jute stems together and immersing them in slow running water. Now, in water for so many days, the stem is going to rot and fibers are then separated by hand. You can see in this picture, these are the jute fibers. Now, these jute fibers, they can make up the jute bag or the jute carpet. Jute ropes, jute coasters, yarns are there. I'm sure you all have seen such sacks. These sacks are also made up of the jute fiber. You can see the jute fiber hanging loose from this sack. So this is about the rough and tough jute fiber.